Aging.
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 So cool.
So cool.
So cool.
So cool. Everyone's doing it.
The origin of the phrase, aging so cool, everyone's doing it, came about in 2018. My work as a social worker, I've always looked for those shared experiences. And to highlight one that centers older adults felt really important.
We're proud that this phrase is something that started here in Columbus, Ohio, through Christine's creative and innovative thinking. It starts a conversation with a bit of humor for something that can feel really not approachable to talk about and think about in our communities.
That had a sense of humor to it, where it's not offensive, but even that phrase applies to the youngest person on the planet.
I felt hopeful. This idea that there's a unity in it.
If you are aging, you actually are one of the cool kids.
I laughed because it's true.
I think a lot of people make assumptions about us. As old people, we're not all alike. Aging is a process. It's not something that you suddenly acquire when you're a certain age.
The Button Up Ageism campaign was developed because ageism is so pervasive. It exists in our workplaces, in healthcare, interpersonally, and also it can be self-directed.
You don't look your age. I'll get that for you.
Being thought of as perhaps younger or less experienced.
Oh, well, you look like a teenager. And that's supposed to be a compliment. And that is the ageism.
We're old, we're broken down, we have aches and pains. I just think aging friendly is a better phrase than calling us senior citizens. The representation, I think, can be tweaked a little.
71% of folks 50 plus in Franklin County believe that there are negative stereotypes about aging in their community. The way that they feel like the local decision makers and policymakers value them and the way we build our communities. There's almost no part of our life that isn't impacted by those negative stereotypes of aging.
Ageism is really harmful. It impacts our physical well-being, our mental well-being, and in fact, less longevity. There are very real costs to ageism for everyone. Within Medicare spending alone, there's an estimated $63 billion a year cost to ageism. This is 29 times the annual budget for the Older Americans Act, which is all the federal dollars that come to area agencies on aging across the whole country.
We knew from the beginning that we can't be an age-friendly community without working towards a world without ageism. And our Button Up Ageism campaign, where we go out and make buttons with students, with older adults, with different community groups, and just get conversations started.
I'm always so excited to share the buttons everywhere I go, and it's so amazing to see people's reactions.
In my meetings with legislators, and my button that I wear has just been an amazing opportunity to bring to policymakers to think about aging as a universal process. It's not a population.
I think if ageism was in the past, we would have more respect for one another.
I think a world without isms and ageism in particular is a world where we make collaborative efforts.
In a way that really pushes our society forward to live equitably and socially integrated.
What friendship looks like, what family looks like, joy, security, confidence, quiet contentment even. And what is cooler in life than getting to live life? And in order to do that, you age.
I don't even think I realize all the places that ageism is impacting our world. I think some of the simple things about not making jokes about it being your 29th birthday again, but in bigger ways, that when you go to the doctor and you complain about your knee, that it wouldn't be a comment that that's just normal with age, that they would investigate that.
So our intention isn't that the button is going to solve ageism, but getting you to think about it and getting you to have conversations with your friends, family, coworkers, everyone in your life, hopefully will move the needle a bit on how ageist our society is.
We're really proud that locally we're able to take a stand and say that we want this community to exist without ageism and that our community is better when we have older adults in it. And when I think about why I'm doing this work, it's because I want to build a community that I'm excited to be older in.
A world without ageism is one where we all have the opportunity to live really full and abundant lives, regardless of how old we are. The World Health Organization's report on aging says globally about 1 in every 2 folks holds ageist beliefs. Let's change that.